is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.
Welcome back.
Yeah.
Finally.
In case you can hear it, that's
The
not,
Rock.
That's not like a SWAT team running through the upper level of the house. That's Jake's kid has learned to crawl.
There's no way these mics have picked that up.
Yeah.
These are fucking top tier mics. How dare you? Also,
I will say this: when I tried to do that
I think it's a
spoken word
record.
thing on the song I played for you earlier today, like I was holding it like this, and I was talking pretty loud, but I was going across the top, and instead of the fuck off.
Excelsior!
What did we see?
Excelsior!
it's
Excelsior!
that's going to be our new rating system. If we really love it, it's 3 Excelsiors.
Why not 14 thumbs up?
If
What's
we
the
don't,
problem with that?
If we don't like it,
I'm gonna play the video.
oh my god, I hate this fucking soundboard.
It's always about the fucking soundboard.
I'll drink your blood.
That's what I fucking said.
That's do you see he has it's well over $1 billion now? Like,
Yeah.
videos. Fuck that guy. So what I said to that ruling,
Nice.
let's talk about
Let's
Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, episode 71.
do it. Let's do it.
We're going to mostly talk about the movie, and then we're going to have a special grift report, WOKEanda Forever.
Here's something really funny. Nothing to
'Cause-
do with the really movie at all, but they're so predictable. But I'm sitting there, and they had the preview for the Little Mermaid, the live action remake or whatever, and we all know why they're flipping out about that. And I was sitting there while the preview was on, and I was like, man, I hope no one in this theater goes like, because the climate in Iowa is really shitty. And I hope nobody just goes, hi, she should be what? Or so, Yeah. And then I thought about it again, and I was like, we're all here to see Wakanda Forever. How many white supremacists do you think are in the audience right now?
Well, we know at least 3 of them saw it.
Well, yeah, I know, but I'm saying
The
like
guys that we're talking about.
I'm saying like more than likely people who are going to see Black Panther are
I'm not outright calling
decent
them
human beings and not bigoted and whatever.
I'm not calling them white supremacists. It was a joke. But after I play with the clips,
If the shoe fits, motherfucker.
I'm just saying we play the clips today.
If the shoe fits,
If you just listen to these clips, you'll know.
motherfucker.
Stop singing. I'm so sick of you always singing.
And you don't.
And you know what?
laugh
You don't
when
even-
I sing.
Comedy!
That's what this is supposed to be, not a musical.
Fuck it.
Yeah. So let's talk about Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Spoiler-free thoughts.
Yeah.
Let's get into that first.
So yeah, you want to go first?
I will say this.
Yeah.
I think there's a fair criticism on the length of this movie. I could see how people would feel like this is a long movie, and it is. It's 2 hours, 41 minutes.
There are parts that it does feel long.
But it didn't, pacing-wise altogether, it didn't feel long to me. But I could see how some people could could feel that way.
It was a very well done movie in the respect that I have my own criticisms about it, but that wouldn't be necessarily one of them. I don't think at any point during the movie that I was like, man, when is this going to be over? Like the pacing, like you said, was good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, and overall, I did enjoy my time with this movie. It was not better than the first movie, and I don't think it's really. I still think it's good. There's some people that I think are out there saying it's lower tier, and I think there's a lot of people acting in bad faith about this movie. Because honestly, and look, I'm not saying the movie is above criticism. No movie is.
No.
But does the movie have flaws? Sure. All of these do.
Yeah.
But I think this is actually a good way to end Phase 4 and a good way to move into Phase 5 and what Marvel's trying to do in the future. And I think the movie takes some chances, and I think it does some interesting creative choices, something that totally caught me off guard and I did not expect, and we'll talk about in spoilers.
Yeah.
So overall, I really did enjoy it. If I were to put a rating on it, I would give it 4 of the what's the herb? The
Heart-shaped herb.
the heart. I give it 4 heart-shaped herbs out of 5.
Wow.
Because it feels weird if I say 4 Black Panthers out
dick.
of 5. Because it's like
No.
there's only one Black Panther.
That's not what I was saying. I was saying only 4 out of 5. What a dick.
Would you give it a 5 out of 5?
Kevin, I'm really sorry if you're listening to this.
Well, what did you, Tyler?
Hang
What'd you think?
on. Let me just talk to Kevin here for a second because
Oh
he's
my
going to be
God.
pissed that you didn't give a 5 out of 5 because of that check that he writes for
Right,
us
because
every
we're
week.
shills. Because we're shills.
Kevin, I'm really sorry. I obviously give it 5 out of 5. I think I'm right there with you. I would give it a 4 out of 5, maybe even a 4.5 out of 5. I can't really reveal any criticisms without spoiling any of it, so I won't.
Yeah.
But the criticisms I have are really one sequence in particular, and that's not really enough for me to like make it. You know what I mean? Like less than. Again, not perfect. I know 5 out of 5 is technically perfect. That's why I would have to give it like a 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
But it's good. I liked it. I liked the chances they took. I liked the things that they did. Namor, however you want to say it, which it was said both ways in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I was a huge fan of what they've done or how they brought him into the MCU. And I've always been a fan of the character myself in the comics. So, I mean, you want to talk about, fanboy bone going into this. It's like, but then, of course, there's the tempered by, obviously, how are they going to deal with Chadwick Boseman and T'Challa and all that stuff. And I will say it was I cried a couple times.
I did not, but
I really liked it.
But I definitely
because you're a soulless human being.
Well, I knew that. I don't know. I guess I had prepared myself for it. It was very sad. It was very heartfelt, no doubt. But without getting into spoilers, let's just do that because we could talk about this without spoilers, and then we'll go into spoilers.
Sure. Hurry up.
Was it the right choice to have kill off T'Challa? Should they have just recast? And I think about that a lot with watching this movie. And for me, I think it's fine without him. I think would they have been probably a stronger sequel? Yeah, if he was there. But I honestly don't think the story itself wouldn't change that much.
If Chadwick Boseman is still around to make this movie, I think it's a completely different movie. I think Namor is still in it because Coogler has said I wanted
Shuri's story. Obviously that would be different because her
but,
story is about that. But
my thing is this: I don't think you should. I don't think you can, and I think honestly they did the best they could under the circumstances, and I think the decision that they went with was exactly right.
Yeah, I don't think it hurts. In my opinion, it doesn't hurt the movie at all. I think the movie still works perfectly fine, and I thought it was an interesting idea to focus on the women and the important women in T'Challa's life and what's left, and ultimately, it reminds me a lot of WandaVision. I think a lot of the theme is grief. Yeah. And that's really the driving force behind this is, this cast and crew gets over the loss of their friend. And I think this is a beautiful tribute to him.
Yeah.
Could the argument be made that the character is bigger than Chadwick Boseman? Does it, though? Does it feel like that? Because I don't feel like you would capture the same magic that you have with Chadwick as T'Challa if you got somebody else.
I
think this is the right choice.
I think you
have to move on.
I honestly can't. I don't see any reason to. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. Even if you brought in a multiverse T'Challa,
I'll tell you this right now. Like, he embodied the character in such a way that is hard to top. And I am certain that there is a young, hungry actor who might be able to. But why take the chance,
Yeah.
Now, down the road, bringing in a multiverse T'Challa, maybe.
I think...
But right now, no. I like the choice that they made.
I think we will get Killmonger back.
We might.
And I have my reasons for that, but I think they know that Michael B. Jordan still has star power. Why else would they bring him back in What If and have him, I think they're really regretting killing him in that first movie.
Sure. But with the multiverse, you can just bring in a multiverse version.
I know. Or you can even do something with the ancestral plane and things like that. There's so many things you could do.
So let's before we do that, this is the best part about the multiverse and why Marvel has really got it going on. You can bring in the same actor and say it's a multiverse version of him, or you can bring in a different actor and say it's a variant. Fucking brilliant, dude.
Nice.
Fuck you.
Yeah. So now let's just get into spoilers.
Fucking do it.
Pizza time.
That's your warning.
One more time.
We're going into spoilers.
Seriously.
Pizza time.
So another reason I think that they're going to bring back Killmonger is because we have this scene, again, that completely floored me. I was like, oh, shit, we're doing this.
I did not think he was going to be in the movie.
Yes. And we have the scene that Shuri, she's able to recreate the herb, and she drinks from it. She goes to the astral plane. We think she's going to be talking to Angela Bassett. Turns out it's fucking Killmonger.
Yeah.
And it was... it's an interesting choice, but it makes the most sense, I think, narratively. Because why she experienced exactly what he did, and then she, obviously tapped into what he did with his aggression and vengeance, and that scene existing to me points that Marvel is going to try and do something with Michael B. Jordan, and I don't know how they're going to do it, but. Yeah, possibilities are endless. I was truly shocked by that. I was like, "Oh shit, we're doing this."
I did not expect.
I didn't think he was going to be in it at all.
I saw something on Facebook earlier today. Again, I'm really good about avoiding spoilers, but I saw and it was an article appearance of Thunderbolt star points to wild MCU future, and I was like,
I also didn't know she was in it either.
I didn't either, but. You know what I was thinking when I was taking a piss before we went before the movie actually started? I was thinking to myself, I'm like, who would I guess? And you know who I guessed was Bucky. Like I thought he was going to come back somehow and be
I thought that he was going to do that.
Because I was trying to think of I think the obvious choice was her, and I kind of didn't want it to be her because right now I know that they're building towards something with her, but I kind of don't like that she's almost been in every cutscene lately. Fontaine, the Allegra Fontaine.
I had not seen any promotional material with her in it, but
no, I'm saying if I was really thinking about what was more likely, it would have been her fucking around with the CIA and shit, and whatever. I did not expect that she's
Nick Fury.
I did not expect that she's the director of S.H.I.E.L.D. now, which I don't think she had been previously, was she? In other appearances?
No, I thought in Falcon and Winter Soldier when
I don't think she
recruited
was.
him.
No, I think she said
how else would she have recruited him?
Shut up. Let's go to the tape.
Well, that whole thing has been bungled because of COVID. She wasn't supposed because she was not. They reshot the scene in Black Widow to put her in it because they were going to put her in Falcon and Winter Soldier. Or no, they put her in Falcon and Winter Soldier already.
You didn't even know.
No, but they had to reshoot to
I know.
Continuity-wise to make it
I don't
work.
remember exactly what the original order was, but it was not...
The whole order got fucked up.
Yeah, it was not WandaVision first.
And I had to wonder, I think this...
WandaVision, I think, was 4th or 5th.
And I wonder if they
did... In the original pre-COVID shit?
I'm wondering if they also did reshoots of this. And that's why I feel like her and Martin Freeman stuff is happening so far away from Wakanda, as I think most of that had to be reworked to make her be a part of it. Because I think this is going to set up Thunderbolts. The Thunderbolts is going to be that team that goes to Wakanda and try and get the vibranium. That's my prediction. But that's another thing. That's why I think this is a great way to end Phase 4, because this is the only one... you could argue with WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness, but other than those, this is the only one that's broadly connected to the MCU. Of course, Loki did to set up the multiverse stuff, but I mean, this is the only one that's pushing this feels like them pushing forward into the next phase.
You know what would have been nice?
It feels like we're finally starting to get a direction.
I know that it was more about one thing and more about, moving on from loss and everything, but I would have liked for a change to hear something in the MCU like, oh yeah, that statue that's in the top of the world now.
With the Colossus. Yeah.
There literally has been no mentions. We've even gotten a fucking teaser in She-Hulk about a dude with metal claws fighting in a bar, and we still have not had any like, oh, that's fucked up. Like, like that statue in the top of the earth, right?
Yeah.
Like somebody talking and like, just a random or like some news show. No mention of it. That has got to change unless you're trying to tell us that either didn't happen or I don't know. But
this is the first time.
Maybe it's not. Maybe it's being kept under wraps by governments.
For me personally, and yeah, WandaVision and Multiverse of Madness had some connectivity there. Excuse me.
Gross.
The Spider-Man No Way Home again. It feels like its own thing.
Yeah.
Because it kind of is.
Yeah.
And Thor's off-world doing his own thing. So yeah, there's nothing that really feels
the
connected.
Guardians will be doing something
Yeah.
off-world.
But this is a great way to start it, and then go into Ant-Man, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, and
So
whatever.
what's up next? Is it Ant-Man next?
Ant-Man, and then in May is Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
Well, no, we have the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special
Christmas thing, but that's gonna be so fucking out of canon. Like, you really think that's gonna play a role in the third movie? I get that it's James Gunn, but come on, that does look good though. The Guardians Christmas special looks funny. I can't believe
it looks good.
They got Kevin Bacon to do it. That's great.
Yeah, dude. No, here. So that's next.
Sorry,
And-
we got off on a tangent.
But then the next movie is.
The next movie is Ant-Man.
And then what's the next show? Is it Ironheart
I have no fucking
or
idea.
Secret Invasion?
I think it's Secret Invasion. I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine on that one.
The fuck are we doing? We're supposed to be the experts.
We're not
dude.
experts in shit.
Shit.
We're experts in talking shit.
We're in.
Comedy!
Yeah. Let's talk about the things that we liked. Or
Yes.
No, actually, let's get our criticisms out of the way,
Yes,
so then we
okay,
can
okay,
gush
okay,
about
okay.
the movie.
Yeah, we're
At
not
the
gonna do a beat by beat review of the movie because I mean
When do we
I don't.
ever?
Well, we've tried before and I like jumping around.
But the things that I didn't like.
Okay, you go first.
This is hard because I
know you're about to say I didn't like how I know that Jake was about to say, quote, I didn't like how I whipped my dick out during the movie, and I would have said I didn't like that either.
Thought it was a date. Yeah. You took me to lunch.
What's that in the popcorn?
We went.
God damn it!
You bought me some popcorn.
How did you put a hole in the commemorative tin?
You're right. We got to talk to HR. That was too far.
Get your wiener in the.
We'll take. Hey,
popcorn.
this is a matter that should be solved privately. Okay. I apologize to you several times.
Well, it's not enough. Okay.
I'm scarred for life.
I'm scarred for life.
No, things that I do feel. Again, I didn't necessarily feel this, but I could understand how someone could feel like they did pack a lot into this movie.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like the stuff at the beginning with T'Challa doesn't necessarily get the time you expected. It's a lingering plot thread
Throughout the whole movie.
It's definitely a part of the story.
And it's
picked
a part, up again at the very end of the movie.
It's a part of the theme.
Yes.
But it's kind of done. It's very emotional. It's a very raw scene. It's a cold open. Then we cut to the Marvel logo, and it's just Chadwick.
What is your criticism?
Listen, goddammit. And the whole theater...
We're not doing
shut up!
Okay, sorry.
The whole theater is quiet.
Dead
Nothing.
silence.
Zip. Zilch.
And to emphasize the point, there was one brief cough.
And that is the momentum that you have going into this movie. And it's this big moment. And then it happens. You see everything. You kind of have your moment. And then it just...
1 year later.
Boom. We're moving on. And I get it. You don't... But my thought is, if you're going to make a 2 hour and 40-minute movie, why not focus on that a little bit more? And I guess that maybe you don't want to feel maybe you don't want to feel exploitive. But I just think you could have done a little bit more with T'Challa.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
And I get that it's Shuri's story, but I just think you could have done more with his funeral and shit.
Is that all your criticisms?
Yeah, pretty much that. I thought the final fight between Shuri and Namor could have been a little bit longer. I felt like that. Like I really, and it happens to every fucking Marvel movie. I just feel like that third act gets so rushed, and they have to get into the. I like action. I love watching superheroes and shit in action. This is why we do this podcast or whatever. But even I am like, okay, guys, it's a blue fish people fighting Wakanda on a ship, okay, and then Shuri and Namor fight each other, and it's not a bad fight. I would have liked to see more of that, but I don't know. I'm conflicted on the third act, really. That's it. No more criticism.
My big criticism, and it's really the one. This was the only time during the movie that I was like, "This is kind of not great," and it was the fight sequences during the not the one you're talking about, the big battle on the ship
with the when
the CGI
Okoye's in the super suit.
Yeah, stop that. If you're gonna do that, take the whole damn helmet off because that looks funky. You know when they just got the like back part of it.
Yeah, because the CG is
Yeah, don't do that. If you are gonna do it, have a
at least
real,
have something there. Yeah,
have a real helmet
sure.
back there so it doesn't look as funky.
Green like foam thing.
Something, right?
Yeah. I agree. Yeah,
but
there's some shots that are like oof.
I didn't talk during your shit.
Yes, you did. I had to tell you to shut up so I could finish
Christ
my point.
Fucking mighty, man. God damn. Yeah, put the goddamn microphone down. Sorry. No, it felt like the CGI was rushed a little bit on like when they were standing in front of like clearly a green screen at points. And the fight choreography during that last battle like was not that great or well thought out, I thought. I thought it was kind of rote. Like seen it, been there, done that. I am kind of okay. Maybe it's because of the heart-shaped herb, but how do you survive a spear through your spine?
Could have missed the vital organs.
I guess. Yeah, it's possible. I'm sure.
I guess.
That was really my big criticism. Is that I didn't have too many criticisms of the Shuri Namor fight. I did have criticisms of just that whole sequence. Just felt rushed. And like, what's really going on? And why? Like, what? I don't. And how long were they like being held like cornered on that ship by the Atlanteans before they
like would tip it over? Because you think it'd go over.
Sometimes when you try to add drama and tension by cutting between scenes, sometimes I think filmmakers forget how far away they've been from that scene. And if you're somebody like me, I don't necessarily want a lot of quick cuts.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what it would entail.
Yeah.
But if you're away from a scene that is like, seconds away from mortality, and you cut away from that for like more than 5 minutes, dude, I'm out of the picture. I'm out of the story now.
I see now it makes it seem like we're attacking this movie because I actually overall really did like it.
No, that's the only. And I still liked the third act. I felt like it could have been better.
One criticism, and honestly, it's nitpicky, but I just thought that Coogler's camera work, and this is coming from me who likes Sam Raimi movies. I felt like sometimes his best and most effective scenes were when he just let the camera sit and let them just talk and feel that emotion. And in the action sequence, the camera just got confusing at times. And I'm like, what am I supposed to be focusing on?
Sometimes, yeah.
But it's a nitpicky thing. It honestly didn't take me out of it or anything like that. I think that, again, it's the same problem that we keep running into with these movies in terms of effects.
Right. It was a brief, again, it didn't really take me out of the movie so much. It was just brief enough that I was like, this is not as good as it could be.
And again, the effects stuff, it bothers me. Because I know that those people are underworked and the effects don't look... Some of it looks great, and then some of it not so much. And it is frustrating. But the good things. I absolutely loved what they did with Namor.
Yeah.
I think this was such a cool adaptation and such a fun idea. I mean, like when we first get introduced to him and the Talokan's, And
Talocanians?
I just feel like Talocons. Just seems easy, right? I feel like it's perfect.
Sure, yeah.
Just put an S on it.
Sounds fantastic.
When you first see them, it's this weird, almost otherworldly scene in this movie, and I really dug it because it's so ominous and
because
spooky.
it's so like it's reminiscent of the sirens.
Yeah.
Yes,
That's exactly what it is. They
right,
hypnotize.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I was like, that's cool. We're playing into that mythology.
If you want to get nitpicky about that, the sirens happened way before the 1600s, and according to the movie, the
ancient
Talocans
Greece.
didn't exist until the 1600s.
Whatever. I'm not going to be nitpicky about that.
You
I
see
know
me
you're
pushing
not.
my glasses up?
Well,
Actually.
yeah. No, but the fact that they
I tried
had that,
that.
and then they still wait to show him. They don't show him until he goes to Wakanda, and I think that's really awesome. But the scene where he breaches Wakanda, and the first time we see him, and when he walks up and she's like vibranium, and he's like, "Mom, he's wearing it."
He's covered in it.
I was like, "That's fucking dope."
Dude, and they made it like it's almost a parallel evolution from
I'm glad you brought that up
yeah,
because this is what
Wakanda and Talocon.
Yeah. And what I also think is interesting is how this movie would be different. If Chadwick were in this movie, it'd be a much different story.
I think there would be more action.
But I think the way that this is done, I think that it's smart that we have Namor essentially just be what a traditional, like what they wanted T'Challa to be. Stuck in that traditional idea of like, this is our land. We're preparing to defend our
I
place.
literally have no objections to Namor's motivations. None.
And I will get, and again, credit to Coogler, because that's back-to-back Black Panther movies where he's made a good, compelling villain that you understand and you can agree with. And like, I love the fact that they committed to the idea that he's 500 years old, and the fact that he is this, and the fact that he calls himself a fucking mutant. I love that. And the fact that they made it in Mesoamerica, something we don't see represented in these movies a lot, is fucking cool.
Dude, I just have to say this.
Like Cuckoo Khan, fucking awesome.
I loved the characterizations of the Atlanteans, and like Namora was one of my favorites because of the headdress that she wore. Mm-hmm. And she, like, when they only showed her like once without her face mask on, when she was actually underwater. And dude, she was like really great actress. Like the way she conveyed like anger, like I was like, we need to see more of her. Mm-hmm. And then the characterizations, but dude, that whole scene when he just takes Shuri to that cave and is just like at the wall and telling her everything.
Yeah, telling his whole backstory.
I have never heard. I have heard of this actor because of this. I think he did something else that I might have seen, but I have to say this: hats off for getting this guy to do this character, because I love how they sometimes in the MCU they change things about a character to make it fit in the MCU, and they kind of take away. Listen to me, be Mr. They take away the essence of the character, But this is one example, I think, where they didn't. In fact, they enhanced the essence of the character, I think, by making it more Mesoamerican centered. And I love how the origin is that they were sick of the conquistadors. Yeah. So they said, fuck it. And they have this plant. Just like Wakanda. Yes. Yeah. But instead it like transforms them into water breathers and shit. And
he has almost the same motivations as Killmonger, because he goes to Wakanda to say, fuck it, we could crush them. Let us do this. They've done all this to our people in the past. Why not we do this now?
Dude, that scene where he comes out and like sees all that like slave plantation and shit, and he just like he's looking at him like, just burns the whole fucking place to the ground, man.
What I also love is they really captured the arrogance, because they had talked about that, about trying to keep the arrogance of him from the comic books, and that's what makes him a villain. He's an annoying jerk, and I love because in the comics, Namor...
He's very preeny, too. He's very...
Namor, T'Challa, and Doctor Doom are almost always in conflict, because they're three... So I'd seen rumors that Doctor Doom was going to... I saw, like, air quotes, a leak that
Were
Doctor
there
Doom was
any
going to be in
Easter eggs about Doctor Doom?
No.
I couldn't think of any.
Well, the only reason I thought they might is because I was... shout out to a YouTube channel, Comic Pop. I was watching one of their episodes of Back Issues. They're talking about a book called Doom War. And it was essentially Doctor Doom fighting Black Panther in Wakanda because he's trying to take Wakanda for the vibranium. I thought they were going to do something with that, but I love the fact that they didn't. And I love the fact that they didn't kill him. Because if they would have killed Namor, I would have been like, why do you keep doing this to yourself?
I felt like
Stop getting rid of your good villains.
When they blew him up, I was like, you fucking got to be kidding me.
I thought he was dead too.
I felt like they weren't going to because, again, I'd seen rumors of them wanting to do like a solo Namor film, which I think would be awesome.
Oh, no, I kind of like him as a villain.
Why don't you shut the fuck
All right.
All right.
Well, I don't want him to be an anti-hero, even though he is in the comics, I know. Sometimes he's good, sometimes he's bad. He's been on the Avengers, I fucking know. Deadpool's been on the Avengers.
Now, let me explain about
Blade has been on the Avengers.
Wolverine. Let me explain for those of you who don't know. Back in the 90s, I want to say 89 was the first issue, or maybe 90. But they used to have the tagline on the cover, "A hero for the 90s," because he was all about the environment.
Captain Planet.
Yeah, basically. But John Byrne did this run of Namor, and one of the things that they kept printing on the front of the cover was Marvel's first mutant.
Yeah.
And you know how they skewered that whole thing because mutants literally is all they.
X-Men was what would sell.
On Spider-Man, they would say definitely not a mutant.
Yeah.
Marvel's most popular non-mutant.
And I just want to say...
They didn't need to do that. Spider-Man sold like hotcakes in the 90s.
I just want to say I could totally be in the wrong here because I'm sure there's probably a great comic book for every character.
Sure.
But let's be honest. If you are a Namor purist and you didn't like this interpretation, why? Because I've seen the old books with the Submariner and Namor in them. I've read them. We've talked about it on this show. They're not good. So I think...
Okay, well, you need to chill out because you haven't read this run that I'm talking about.
Oh, Jesus.
It's really good.
I know, but that's what I mean. Other than that,
has
there been any other ones?
You and I talked about this off the air. I'd like to give our audience the rundown about it real quick.
Spend the whole fucking podcast doing it. Go ahead.
So there's a father.
Like how you just started doing
There's
it.
a father-daughter diving team, and the father was saved by Namor when he was young. And during this time in the comics, Namor was supposed to be dead. He comes back when they're like diving, and they see him. And he's always had this theory about why Byrne basically wanted to canonically explain away. Because he has to do this, you know. That he did this with Man of Steel. He was like, "Wait a second, I get to make Superman whoever I want him to be. So let's not make him as powerful. Let's make sure his parents are still alive. And fuck, why not?" Yeah, thanks, John. Also, no other Kryptonians, none. There's none. There's no Supergirl. Like, wow, what a dick. But he had to canonically explain why sometimes Namor is cool and sometimes why Namor is a dick. Like, why did he fight with the U.S. against the invaders, or with the invaders against the Axis powers? But also he's tried to take over the world before. So he came up with this idea that he's a mutant. So a human being would drown underwater, and an Atlantean would drown on the surface world. But Namor needs both. And this guy, this old diving guy, came up with the idea that he has a blood imbalance. So he has this machine, and Namor ends up becoming like basically normal for the first time ever. And as long as he does his little treatment. And then he goes and finds all these stolen ships and buys like a corporation, starts trying to save the environment. It's a totally 90s storyline.
They kind of touch on that a little bit when they explain that.
But
he's absorbing the air through his skin.
In the comics, he does have gills. They've drawn him with gills on his neck before.
I think it's fine without gills.
I don't care either way. I'm not honestly, much of a purist about it.
No, I'm honestly impressed. And you and I we talked about this before we watched the movie. I'm impressed that they committed to the idea of putting the wings on his feet.
Yes.
And they made that a crucial part of the story. Because they could easily just not have had that.
I was worried when they started tearing his wing off. I was like, don't fucking do that to him. They did that in the comics and it was stupid.
Yeah. I think it's...
his wings.
You and I were talking about it. It is cool that he moves like a humming bee.
Yes.
and
Hummingbird.
or like an insect. I say bee, yeah, hummingbird or an insect.
Hummingbee.
Honestly, or an insect in general. You've seen how they can dodge like dart back and forth.
Yeah, either way.
Isn't
a hummingbee an insect?
Hummingbird? That's actually Sting from the Police. Another thing that I enjoyed, I liked Riri Williams. I thought they did a good job of bringing her into the MCU and setting her up. Even though I think the character is kind of whatever, because to me it's just another Bendis character that I'm like, okay, because I understand why he's made the characters that he's made, and that was during the all new, all different Marvel. Never really cared for the character, never read any books. So I'm saying that as a preface of as someone who has no exposure to her, I thought she was fun. I think she was a nice addition to the movie.
My thing was it wasn't really clear. Sorry, and one more criticism. It wasn't really clear what she was wearing in the first sequence that she used her homemade armor. It was, I don't know if it was just CGI or the camera work was just kind of what is she wearing? Well, she was
just like an exoskeleton.
Right. I guessed that. But then there was a couple times when she was in her full suit. I don't know. It was just I think it was the camera work again that kind of threw me off, that I was like, what?
I will say I've seen a lot of criticism. On the suit.
No, I like the suit design.
I think
I like the colors of the suit.
No, people said it looks like shit. And
I don't know.
I think it looked fine.
I bought that War on the Water Lego set, and they have her as the exosuit with another set, and then in the War on the Water one they have her with her full Ironheart armor, and it's really, really kick ass because it's got the black face with the blue eyes. It's really cool.
Yeah,
but you remember when I told you, I said, hey, I know who Black Panther is because they spoil it in a Lego set?
Yeah.
That's the one they spoil it in because Black Panther comes with a Shuri head and hairstyle. And I think they even say on the box, Black Panther, in parentheses, Shuri. That's Shuri.
Well, I mean, it was the most obvious. It was the most obvious choice. But I will say a couple things. If I were to rewrite this movie, there's only one change I would make.
Yeah.
The final fight between Namor and Shuri, I think, would have been cool to do the ceremonial fight that they did in the first movie, or something like that.
Yes.
To show the God, what was the name of them? I forgot. The city, Talokan.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Talokans, so they could see that. But then
we only had one drink. What the fuck?
But then, sorry. Wow. Ripping farts in the studio, dude. In the middle
that mic can't pick it up. These things are.
I would have had them have a ceremonial fight, personally. But that would
have been cool, yeah.
Or I truly thought that they were gonna make Okoye Black Panther.
Really?
I did. I thought they were kind of telegraphing that with her losing Shuri, and I thought they were telegraphing that her falling from grace.
Oh, Okoye. Oh, yeah. Okay,
yeah.
I'm sorry. What I was going to say is Nakia is actually
seen that too.
A character in Strike Force in that game that I play, and she's actually in the Strike Force game. She's dressed in that suit of armor that she wears.
The spy gear?
No, the armor at the end that she's wearing, the green and gold.
Oh, you mean Okoye?
No, Nakia.
Yeah. She wore that, the spy thing. She wore that when she got
You were just
Shuri.
talking about Okoye.
Yes.
Yes.
We're on the same page.
I made the mistake, and I was saying the wrong name. Sorry.
Yeah, we're good. We're on the same page.
But yeah, Okoye's arc
I liked her arc
really good, and I can't blame the queen.
Yeah, she fucking lost her daughter to a nation that's threatening war.
But I can't blame her for being get the fuck out of here, because she was like, dude, when we really needed you, and I know you were doing your duty.
I told you not to take her. Yeah.
I know you were doing I know you were doing your duty. And you had to, protect the king, and it was Killmonger, but you fucking should have done something, Yeah.
Well, I was also thinking of the whole thing of, I told you not to take her, and she did anyway.
Because here's the thing, Okoye stands up and she's like, no, this is not right, and she makes this very impassioned speech about all the things she's done.
Oh, the Angela Bassett.
And then Angela Bassett comes back and she's like,
monologue.
Oh, fucking really?
Yeah.
Well, let me fucking tell you what I think of you and what you've done. And it was like, oh shit, she's right.
It's
dude.
another
you
great.
Suck.
It's another great example of the movie having no music, nothing. the camera just focuses on her, and she fucking kills that scene because it's so true. It's like you could still see him. I've lost everything for this place.
Dude,
that was such a good scene.
I loved the other part that I really liked about Angela Bassett was when she was towards the beginning of the movie when she was talking to the UN Security Council, and while she was talking to them, they were showing how like France tried to rip off some vibranium, and as soon as the doors open, I start realizing what's about to happen, that it's a trap, and I go awesome. Because I know that these quote-unquote colonizers, which, I don't know if I have the right to call people colonizers.
As a white person?
I don't think so. I don't know. But I don't get me wrong. I like that they use that to, because they have, every right to. But I seriously, in my brain, I was like, there's some colonizers about to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Because I was like, that's awesome, dude. Like, I love seeing the oppressed be able to take up arms against their oppressors. That's like my favorite thing in movies.
Well, and
then they brought him in and they're like, kneel, and it's like, yeah, you fucking better kneel, dude.
That's what makes it so interesting. Also, by the way, I was trying to figure out the guy that's the American in this movie. That's the dude who voices Odin in Ragnarok.
Martin Freeman.
No, with the CIA, gray hair.
Yes,
beard.
Martin Freeman.
No.
Oh, guy, what?
The guy at the UN hearing for the United States.
Oh, I don't know his name. He's been in a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, that's the dude who plays Odin.
He's right now.
Ragnarok.
He's in The Good Doctor on TV right now. Oh, okay. I don't know his name.
No, I don't either. I can't remember his name.
I've seen him in bits.
But just to give you, because I was talking to God of War Ragnarok.
I know exactly who you're talking about now. I was thinking Martin Freeman, and you're like, no, I know who that is.
Which, by the way, I thought it was a weird choice for Odin. But the minute he started talking, he does that usual character actor shtick that guy does. I mean, he does in this movie, where he's like he's like a pretentious prick. Like, what? He is in this movie.
I know.
He's the one who wants to go to war with. Well, the president does, but he's the one who's like, hey, we should fucking fuck up Wakanda and take the vibranium.
We got some wangs.
But he's Odin in that movie or in that game. Anyway, I thought that I don't understand how anybody could watch this movie and say it was boring. There's people that said it was boring, and I was like, I don't understand that. This at the very least, there was a lot in this movie to not make it boring.
If you're a comic book fan, honestly, I don't see how you could find any of these movies boring. Even when they're bad, there's still shit to look at. You fucking turd. I mean, seriously.
But I want to get back to Angela Bassett.
Oh, okay.
She's great in this movie.
Fantastic.
I will say I was shocked that they killed her character. I could have. I understood it. I could see it coming.
I didn't see it coming, but I wasn't shocked.
I didn't think they would do it in this movie because of Chadwick's passing. I didn't think that they were going to do that.
That to me was but when you think about how it pushes Shuri over the edge, almost,
and it leads us to that great.
It has to be there, and so I agree with you. Like, holy shit, that's a lot to put on Shuri in one fucking movie, man. But when it comes down to it, it probably was necessary as a story beat. Yeah. To kind of say, hey, and also, you don't get shocked by Killmonger being in the throne if Ramondra isn't dead when she takes her journey, right?
Right, because you would think it would be her. Yeah, I like.
So there's that. Well,
it gives you that great twist. Yeah, and
that kind of has to.
I also love that Shuri is driven like Killmonger is.
Yeah,
and I love the fact that we have that moment where she's about to stab him, and then she realizes that he's not the enemy. That they're both have been.
He just wants what she wants.
They just want to be left alone, and they just want to live their lives. And so I like that we end this movie on an alliance between them, the Talokans and the Wakandans, because whatever they do next, I'm really interested in. And I'm very, very happy they didn't kill Namor, because I really like this dude.
Yeah, I love the take on it.
When he kills
the big neck band and like the fucking arm bands and the
when he flies up and throws that grenade and kills her, and then he said, and I think I noticed you had a reaction to it. It was kind of similar to mine, when I was like, that makes a good villain. He's a badass. When he goes, "Mourn, you're dead," and then I'm gonna come back with my full army. Mourn, you're dead. You're the queen now. He put it all on Shuri in that moment, and I was like, that is such a fucking awesome villain.
You know what
move.
I really liked? I really, really liked when he said Imperious Rex.
That was amazing. I loved it.
I was sitting there. I'm like, can you really do that? Because it's such a Latin. You know what I mean? Like it's such a Roman.
But that would have been amazing.
Yeah. No, I'm glad they did it in Spanish.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is in Spanish.
Yeah. But it was.
Yeah.
Mwah. Also, one thing that I did love that was a little editing note that I put in my brain. What's the woman with the red hair, the spy? I can't think of her name.
Anakia.
Anakia, yeah. When she is trying to get to find Shuri, when she says, "I know about him too," when she's trying to find who Namor is, the subtitle changes from white to blue. And it was only blue whenever they would speak. They'd speak Spanish.
Right, they did take very good care for
little
people
context
who just
clues.
Speak English like I do. They did take really great care to kind of make the difference. And I also liked one of my biggest criticisms of like translators in movies, translating devices, is how everybody stops talking to hear the translation. That would never happen in real life. And when Shuri, when they first attack them on the bridge, and Shuri comes up
auto
and she's
translator,
right? They were but they were still talking, and you kind of had to pay attention above the other voices to hear what the translator was saying, even though you knew what it was. I liked that, and then I really liked. I liked how they had a different font for like when they would show most of the movie, and if you watch Black Panther, it was in or Xhosa, I think is the language or whatever, the African language that they use as Wakandan in the movies. But they had a different font for like when they would go to Talocan. It was like that cloudy kind of puffy thing, and it was like that's really, I just there's the criticisms that I have are really small compared to the love that I have for this movie.
I really did enjoy it, and I think that there's just a few things, but and honestly, it could be nitpicks to most people. My issues are not
small,
that big with the
it's
movie.
Very small issues compared. Again, that's why I said like there's a couple of criticisms I have, but overall, I mean, I loved it so much that it did not take away my love of the movie and how much I liked it and how much I liked Namor, whatever you want to say it. I loved the explanation for his name.
The boy who
one of my favorite moments was when M'Baku was with the Jabari, and somebody like talks back to him and they start going like
who's this?
No, they were like, oh, sorry, but it was. I love I love how how immersive it is in another culture.
There's only one question I have about the ending. Shuri didn't show up to the ceremony, but M'Baku did and said he's challenging for the throne.
Right.
Is M'Baku trying to become Black Panther now again? Is that
That's a good question.
I don't know what they were doing
I don't
with that.
know.
I'm still trying to figure that one out.
I don't know.
I think the implication he's going to challenge Shuri, I guess. I don't know. I'd love to see more M'Baku. I didn't get enough
too.
of it. He was not in this movie enough. Winston Duke is great, and I wanted to see more of M'Baku.
I thought we would see more of him because But here's the thing I really do like. I hope they don't go that route because I felt like M'Baku really mentored Shuri during this hard time she was
especially
going through.
After her mother's death.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
see, that's what I mean. I don't think he would actually challenge her.
I could see it going another way because at the end, what she says to him, I think she says like,
maybe because he thinks,
and he just kind of shakes his head and walks away.
But he was okay with it
when they're all dressed in white. Remember?
Yeah, but remember at the end when it's Namor and her in the ship, he like smiles like, okay, she did it. Like he was proud of her. So I don't know. I really don't know what they're doing. But anyway, clearly we both liked it. I gotta say, as I'm becoming a parent, I am starting to like going to the movies less and less. Only because, and it's not Maria Menounos.
Fucking sorry, dude.
Maria Menounos is fine. I don't have a problem with her.
Okay.
It's like fucking 20 minutes of ads before a goddamn movie. It's like
but
it's shitty ads, and then it's a trailer, 4 or 5 trailers to movie trailers I've already fucking seen.
We
just
always,
cut to the movies now.
We always get the last couple times we've gone to the movies, usually when we go, we get there with just enough time to get our snacks.
Why do we have ads? Why do we have ads? We're paying to be in that theater. We're paying for the goddamn concessions.
Before the ads, you sat there looking at a blank screen, and you had no phone.
Fine. It's fine.
Wow.
Sit in the darkness with your friends.
No, it wasn't dark. It was all the lights were on.
Yes, we've gotten to the movies early. I'm just saying.
No, you weren't alive.
Cinemark especially.
You weren't alive before movie theaters figured out how they could wring every fucking penny out of their fucking screens.
Oh, because I've grown up with ads in movie theaters my whole life.
I'm pretty sure you have, because it's been around since the 90s at least, I think.
I have. Well, anyway, that's our...
the 80s was the last time I saw a movie where they didn't have like that lead up.
If I'm being honest, I got off work. I got up early, got off work, and I miss my family, and the movie's almost 3 hours long. But
that doesn't make me feel like shit at all.
No, I like hanging out with you. Fuck you. Whatever. Let's wrap up this show with the only way we know how. Let's do the grift report. I don't have it pulled, the little sounder pulled up, so we'll just be like,
hey, what
are we
what's
grifting about?
Everybody knows that you're talking shit.
Hey, what's coming out of the mouth?
Do we have the song?
No.
Do we have that song?
Not on this board.
Oh.
I switched sound.
Fuck you.
Fuck me, I know.
Fucking bullshit.
Okay.
Let's get a free soundboard off the internet.
So let's talk about Black Panther, WOKEanda Forever,
Oh, for Christ's
according to
sakes.
these losers.
No, for fuck's sake.
All these clips are release of the movie, mostly because I wasn't going to get spoiled, and I damn sure wasn't going to get spoiled by these guys by getting clips. Fuck no. So,
and honestly,
apologies.
who cares what they have to say after they see the movie?
Yeah.
More bullshit.
It's not good faith. So
we're just doing this to make sure we're still doing our due diligence on these assholes every week.
We got 5 short clips.
5.
They're not very long. None of them are over a minute.
We got to do this.
We gotta.
These
5
fuckers
clips
cannot just be allowed to fuck up humanity anymore.
Featuring Nerdrotic,
awesome,
Jeremy from Geeks and Gamers, and Ryan. Not enough good white people in the Batman canoe.
You mean Greengrass?
You're right, Greengrass.
You mean Gay Knife?
Dude, Geeks and Gamers, Green Grass, like G&G, dude.
Oh,
it's like synergy. Fuck you! Fuck! Just break my microphone. Ow, don't punch yourself. But before we get into it, Nerdrotic had a video.
Don't punch yourself.
Talking to the mic. He had a video about.
Stop. You're hitting yourself in the mic with the head.
Yeah.
You're hitting your head in the. Whatever.
What are you saying?
You're hitting your head. You're hitting yourself in the head with the mic, and you're like, "Stop hitting yourself to the microphone."
Yeah, it's funny, dude. It's comical.
That's why we have That's why we don't have as big of an audience.
So
as these fuckers.
this clip from Nerdrotic is at the beginning, and I don't think. Look, I could be one of those guys being like speculative and be like, make a mountain out of
speculative.
Make a mountain out of a molehill. Yeah.
Sounds good.
But this is Marvel goes full cringe. Disney is doomed. This is what this video is titled. This is the beginning of the video, and I think it's interesting because he mentions the subscriber count on his channel.
He says Disney goes full cringe?
Yes.
Yeah.
Marvel goes full cringe.
Yeah.
And there's references to Black Panther in this video. But this is how it starts. He's referring to his subscribers, but listen very carefully.
Things are indeed changing, thanks partially to the over 588,000 of you maniacs who've decided to join us on this journey to save our culture. Yet stay vigilant, because I firmly believe we are still in the things are going to get worse before they get better stage of this change.
Now, before I get accused of anything, the culture he's referring to is pop culture, nerd culture, whatever. But listen, does this sound familiar?
Well, that's what he wants us to believe, but he's saying white culture.
What does this sound like?
Things are indeed changing.
They're getting better.
Over 588,000 of you maniacs who've decided to join us on this journey to save our culture. Yet
save our culture.
Yeah, no, he's not talking about pop. He's talking about white culture because he's a fucking bigot.
Right. This is how they do it.
Yeah.
This is how they do the grip.
Oh, it's codes.
It's coded in pop culture, but when he says culture, it doesn't mean pop culture.
Fucking shitheads would spend all their time on all their energy that they spend writing codes to each other, then like trying to find the cure for cancer, we'd all be cancer free. Actually, no, because they're still fucking stupid.
Well, yeah, they're anti-vaxxers. What are you talking about?
Fucking dumb.
So this is an actual.
Wait, you got a cancer vaccine? No thanks, Mr.
So
Government
I sat through this like 16-minute video, so you wouldn't have to.
Thank God.
This is the last. This is the last part.
How long was that one?
I don't fucking know.
15
I don't
seconds.
have it in front
was
of me.
too long.
This next clip is at the end of the video. So this whole video is. I watched all of it, but you don't need to because every couple of months it's the same shit. Disney is doomed. Marvel is doomed. Disney's in cringe. Marvel's cringe. Disney are groomers and it's the same shit over and over and over. She-Hulk was the writer Jessica Zhao wrote that script 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was still very relevant in 2022.
You and I could almost just take the beginning and end of these videos and play those for you to see which week it is, because the middle is always the fucking same. We're bigots, and you should be too. So that's what they say to you.
Here's how he ends the video.
The foundational problem remains the one that the access media will never admit to. People are sick to death of woke identity politics and being vilified for calling it out. So as we approach Wakanda Forever, there are still going to be a lot of critics who are scared to death to criticize this film and won't. That is what Disney and Hollywood's game plan has been for years, and now that game is over. But I will make one promise: I won't be buying any tickets to Wakanda Forever.
He did, because he definitely watched that on Thursday and tweeted about it. Or maybe somebody bought his tickets. I don't know, but he still saw the movie.
I don't know about you, but we just spent a good 20 minutes talking about what we didn't like about the movie.
Yeah, and we still enjoyed the movie. Yeah,
it's possible to not. Yeah.
So, over the week, some random TikToker,
oh fuck's sake,
made a post saying like white people shouldn't go see the movie because people are stupid.
Yes.
So that's all these fucking fragile white boys had to do. That little TikTok moment was enough for them to start a whole narrative right before the movie came out. So this is pulled from
my life.
This is pulled from Ryan Cannell's Twitter. So he went on, he did. Hey, to be fair, it's kind of cute that Ryan Cannell and Jeremy Griggs went on a little date to see Black Panther. Like we did that. We just
did too.
So it's kind of cute.
We shared popcorn,
but we didn't do.
I ate it all.
But we didn't do stupid, stereotypical racist shit like this.
What's going on, everybody? I'm here to see Wakanda Forever. Now, the thing you're asking is, Jeremy, I heard white people weren't allowed to see this. That is true, but I confirmed with the theater, I'm black from the waist down, and I have Tupac in my playlist, so I'm good to go. So if you're black from the waist down like me, you can go support Wakanda Forever and prove that you're not a racist.
And of course, Jeremy, your black friend Ryan.
Yes,
so
we're good.
Now we're good to go.
We are good to go.
Tyler, we are in the year 2022, and a white man said he can see Wakanda Forever because he's black from the waist down. He is using a black stereotype to say that he's not racist. These people are so stupid. Tyler doesn't even have a response. He doesn't. Okay.
I'm going to lean towards the mic now because I literally just recoiled.
You want to scream?
I literally recoiled from the mic in horror. Like it was a big old wang sticking me in the face. I literally was like...
It was in slow motion. When he says black from the waist down, Tyler recoiled back into himself. Just he cringed so hard.
Horror. Just, are you fucking kidding me?
How do you say that in public?
No, but you know what, though? You know the worst part? He doubles down with, and I got Tupac in my playlist.
Yes.
Congratulations. You're the 97 millionth fucking white dude with Tupac in your fucking playlist. That doesn't make you absolved from being a fucking bigot. Asshole.
Would it surprise you?
Sorry.
Would it surprise you that Ryan Cannell and Jeremy Griggs were at a Ron DeSantis event?
No.
During the week
and I really liked how they just blatantly, they didn't even try to make a joke and just literally said Ryan Cannell is black, which he is very not, and he made a joke about George Floyd. How the fuck?
Yeah, he made a joke about George Floyd being killed, and he's going to see Black Panther. So how did you think this guy was? How did you think these guys were going to see this movie in good faith if they're showing up to the Twitter? There's another one.
Yeah.
There's this air quotes comedian, which is a funny term when people are unfunny.
Yeah.
Like the most unfunny people
Because
call
anybody can
themselves
call
comedians.
themselves a comedian. Yeah.
Right.
Elon Musk thinks he's a comedian.
Yeah. What he is doing to Twitter is pretty funny, and I gotta be honest.
We just need him to start
it's a
buying up
wild time.
Hobby Lobby, Chick-fil-A, Fox
keep it
News,
going.
OAN, Newsmax.
Keep it going. Anyway, Chrissy Mayer, who, by the way, showed up in September, showed up to Alex Jones' InfoWars, and Nerdrotic was there, and Quarterback Garrett, who also works for Steven Crowder. She sat on the desk. She sat on the desk and with the caption on Twitter said, "My stripper name is Sandy Hook." She was sitting on an InfoWars desk. So that gives you an idea. So hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm hearing you.
She is one of these fragile white people that made a big joke going to the movie theater and making sure they knew that she was white when she bought her ticket.
Okay. You got another clip?
These are the kind of people that
just,
think that they can review these products. Because I'm sorry, if you go in and look, the argument can be made. There's plenty of critics that get too much access to these movies, get to go to these premieres, and they could cloud their judgment. You can make an argument there. But you cannot make a video like they did about Tupac and fucking big black dick jokes. Like, what are we doing? So Ryan Cannell made a video.
Oh, no, not another one.
There's 2 clips. Again, these are short. This is when he finds out that the actor whose name I don't know, and I don't want to fuck up the pronunciation, who played Namor, comes out and says...
Tina Huerta.
Thank you. He says that Namor is a victim of he's the colonized. Ryan Cannell did not like that.
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
Here we go.
Black Panther Wakanda Forever producer Nate Moore recently claimed that the film depicts Namor as the voice of the colonized. During an interview with Phase Zero, Moore spoke about Namor and his depiction in the upcoming Marvel Studios film. When asked what he wanted Namor to be in the MCU, he said, "We thought it was really interesting, both to bring a little bit of the attitude of Namor from publishing, who's always been incredibly arrogant and sort of confident, but also to ground it in a real conflict. So let's try to bring up something in the real world, bringing real world immigration and colonization allegories. Can't wait."
I'll take this, Tyler. Okay. Everything you watch pulls current politics into it. Mm-hmm. House of the Dragon, a show you guys loved, is talking about, which could be used, and you guys made a big fit about this, could be used for women's rights. And it's one of the most feminist things you could watch because women are in power in that show. Mm-hmm. And it deals with it deals with childbirth and the horrors of that and all this. It's fine. I mean, if you're not into Game of Thrones, you're not gonna be into it.
Fuck Game of Thrones. Fuck the producers of Game of Thrones.
That has current day politics in it. Everything. How many times you had to say that stupid fucking cliche? But it's true. Politics is downstream from culture because it is. Anything you read has a political message in some way. Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous that you're going to throw a fit because, here, he shows his cards.
This is what the MCU is all about. It's about identity politics and social justice. No longer do they want to actually entertain people with great storytelling. No. Instead, it's, hey, go watch this because we're talking about being colonized. We're talking about immigration. And of course, at the end of the day, we can all bring this back to how evil white people probably are. They're probably going to have a bonding session between these two peoples to be like, you know what, who the real enemy is? Probably white folks. Probably what's going to end up happening with this iteration of the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Can I take this one?
Sure.
Ryan Cannell, that sounds Irish, motherfucker. So you fucking are an immigrant, you fucking piece of shit. Second of all, let's talk about the fact that this movie wasn't made for you, fuckface. Also, you've never walked into a store and been told to leave because of the color of your skin by an adult when you were a kid. You know how traumatizing that is? Third, you're white. You don't need to know about your culture because you've never had it fucking stolen from you, you son of a bitch. You brought it over in a suitcase, and they were only too happy to open up a safe deposit box in the fucking local bank for your fucking culture. Long as it's not from that other place. Meh, meh, meh. So suck a fucking fat ass dick, Ryan. I think Jeremy's available.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not even gonna add to that.
That
was great.
It. Nobody stole your culture because you're fucking the people.
Tyler, you
know what? I don't need to add anything else.
I give you this to your response. I didn't have it turned up.
Excelsior.
Yeah.
We got one.
And then you're looking at me and you're like,
What?
and I was like, sorry, I had a little.
Crack cocaine.
I really like the part where I was like, "Oh, they were only too ready to rent
Yeah,
out
that
a
was
safety
amazing. That was
deposit
like a
box for
wrestling
your
promo.
culture, long as that's not from that other place."
No, yeah, but again, fuck these people.
Which is really funny because guess what, Canal, which is again Irish, when your people came here and then the Italians, you guys were the black people, you were the non-whites. But as soon as fucking society decided that you were as good as white, you were only too happy to jump ship onto the fucking white side of the fucking border, motherfucker. You fucking like that?
You know what, man?
I could write a book about what you don't know.
Thanks so much for listening to another episode. I mean, like that.
How quick were Irish and Italians like, fucking wait, we can be white? Awesome. I hate being Italian, you know?
Tyler, how you feeling after that?
No, I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
when the Irish first came over to this country, they were viewed as like others,
Yeah, they were
right?
awful,
They
yeah.
were not whites.
The potato famine. And
But
all
as soon as Malone was a good name to have, oh man, yeah, you know what I hate? Those non-whites. Like you were just
somebody's gonna clip that.
I know. But like, hey, Irish motherfucker, you were considered non-white last week, asshole. So
All right, let's
fucking and you wonder why would they call you colonizers, you fucking piece of shit.
colonizing's bad, everybody.
Well, it's in my colony.
Hey,
Everybody knows that I'm being oppressed, you know, because that's.
$1 million.
You could just go over and over and over again.
Your blood.
Yeah, that's how we stay young.
And that's it.
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.